You believe you are choosing this moment. You believe you decided to click this video. You believe that right now you are exercising free will. But what if that belief itself was inevitable? What if long before you were born, before your name, your face, even your first thought, your future was already quietly taking shape, inside microscopic strands of code? DNA doesn't just decide your eye color. It influences your temperament, your impulses, your risk tolerance, even how likely you are to question authority or obey it. And here's the unsettling part. You didn't choose any of it. Neuroscience tells us something deeply uncomfortable. Brain scans show activity, preparing decisions before you consciously experience making them. Your brain moves first. Your awareness comes later. So ask yourself this honestly. If your brain decides before you do, who exactly is in control? We like to imagine consciousness as a commander, issuing orders, steering the body, making rational choices. But what if consciousness is just a narrator? A storyteller that explains actions after they've already been set in motion? A beautifully convincing illusion. From the moment you are born, you are shaped by forces you never consented to. Genetics, environment, culture, fear, reward. Every experience rewires neural pathways. Every habit strengthens a loop. Every choice narrows future choices. And slowly, quietly, possibility collapses into predictability. Science doesn't need to read your mind anymore. It predicts it. Researchers can now forecast decisions seconds before subjects are aware of making them. Not guesses, predictions. And they keep getting better. Then came artificial intelligence. Machines that don't think like us, but begin to understand us. Systems like AlphaFold can predict protein structures with astonishing accuracy. Life itself, reduced to patterns, probabilities, outcomes. If biological complexity can be decoded, what makes human behavior sacredly unpredictable? What makes you exempt? We like to say humans are different because we are creative. But algorithms compose music, paint images, write stories. They don't feel inspiration, yet they reproduce its output. So what is creativity? A miracle, or a sophisticated pattern generator, shaped by prior inputs. Now imagine a world where your future behavior can be forecast with high confidence, not because you are weak, but because you are understandable. Predictable systems don't need coercion. They only need incentives, and suddenly free will stops looking like freedom and starts looking like compliance with invisible rules. This is where it gets dangerous. If human behavior is predictable, responsibility becomes blurry. If choices are determined, guilt becomes questionable. If actions are inevitable, justice becomes complicated. What does punishment mean in a deterministic universe? What does praise mean? What does trying mean? Some argue quantum randomness saves us, that somewhere in uncertainty, freedom survives. But randomness isn't choice. Chaos isn't agency. If your decision is random, it's not yours. If it's determined, it's not free. Either way, the traditional idea of free will begins to crack. And yet, here is the paradox. Even if free will is an illusion, it is a useful one. Believing you choose gives life meaning. Believing effort matters changes outcomes. Believing responsibility exists shapes societies. An illusion that changes reality behaves like truth. So maybe the real question isn't, do we have free will? Maybe the question is, what kind of beings do we become when we stop believing we do? If you are programmed, you are still experiencing. If your path is shaped, you still walk it. Meaning may not come from freedom, but from awareness, from knowing the forces acting on you and choosing to resist them anyway, even if that resistance was also inevitable. Because here's the final discomforting thought. If everything is determined, then this video was inevitable. Your thoughts right now, inevitable. Your doubt, inevitable. Your resistance, inevitable. And yet, you are still here, still questioning, still awake. And maybe that, illusion or not, is enough. This is not an answer, this is a fracture.